Aquarius, welcome to your hopes, fears, and reality spread. As per usual, you can click on that description box below and it will talk about the significance of the spread as well as the placement of each card. Aquarius, you are hoping somebody will see something your way despite the fact that you may not have all of the information and despite the fact that you are, well, here's what I'm saying is you're trying to muscle your way into overthrowing a conversation in one way, shape, or form. You want this person to see things your way, and you aren't really concerned if setting out your opinion or saying your opinion hurts another person's feelings or not. That's not your concern. You don't really care if you're going in the right direction. All you know is you feel a certain way and you want to tell somebody. And that is a very Aquarius thing to do. That's a very air sign thing to do. The fear is that you might pop off and this person will have the upper hand in the situation because they will remain emotionally in control of themselves enough to make decisions and you will not. Okay? So, you feel a particular way, you don't care if you're right or wrong, this is the way you want something, and you're hoping to just say, hey, this is the way it is, and have the other person accept it. But deep down inside, you fear that you will be more emotionally invested in this than they are, and they'll have the time to think about it logically, and you recognize that you haven't thought about it logically yet. Or at least you haven't, maybe you've thought about it from your perception, but you haven't thought about it from the other person's perception yet. The reality of the situation is that both you and this person need to take a rest because both you and this person are playing a political game and both you and this other person are fighting for the upper hand. So if this is a vocational thing, you see an opportunity and you want to take the opportunity and you don't care who you step on to get there. But the reality of the situation is, but the fear of it is, you feel like if you go at this emotionally and somebody else goes at this logically, then you're going to wind up not getting what it is that you want, and this other person will take it from underneath you. So there's a lot of competition here if this is a vocational issue, but you both need to take the time to really look at what you're doing because this is a very political game. If this is more of a personal relationship, you recognize that you're about to lose your temper in the process of communication. You're trying not to lose your temper. You're hoping not to lose your temper because you know if you do lose your temper, then the other person has the upper hand and you lose this political game with this personal relationship, whether it be a friend, family member, or even a lover. Yeah. There are people sticking their nose in your business that don't need to be sticked. So there are people giving you and this other person opinions, but neither of them have the whole story and neither of them have stake in the outcome. So what I would do is I would take all the opinions and third-party information that's coming in and out, and I would take it with a grain of salt and see if you can just push it aside. Because this problem is going to continue to move forward whether you take control of it or not. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to give the control and the perception over to these other people who aren't affected by the outcome. Another thing that you want to do is you want to illuminate to the other party that there are these other people who are putting their nose in it where they don't belong, because the other person or entity that you're dealing with might just be looking to get more people on their side in order to say that their opinion or perception holds more weight than you because more people are listening to them. The reason more people are listening to them is because they are acting calm and you're acting a little crazy. So what I would say, Aquarius, is I would say just stop and breathe and think about the situation in more of a logical term. This is one of those situations where your heart is overtaking your head. And your head is going to a really... Your emotions are running so high that you aren't thinking clearly. This is one of those times where you just have to stop and feel your feels and let your feels happen before you can start applying logic to the situation. So you need a point of rest so you can play this political game better. And that's what I'm going here for the reality. You need to take a step back. You need to contemplate, and you need to come at this from a political angle, not an emotional one. Aquarius, I hope you found a message that serves your highest good. I will see you next time.